dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seeming. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Get myself together here. Alright, here we go. Peace and love to all the guys and galaxies and high vibrating species on the planet. What it is, what it do, good people? How we living out there? How we living out there, y'all? Get that set up right there, y'all. How everybody doing out there, man? Peace and love to y'all. Cali mates, peace, love. Come on in. Have a seat. Have a seat with me. You know what I mean? Yeah. We have a pretty interesting SCP to cover today. SCP-804. A world without man. Man. That's just something to think about. Like, I'm just sitting here thinking about it. Like, man, a world without man. It depends on what man you're talking about. Because remember, we have man, we have human, and then we have mankind. Which are you? You know what I'm saying? So, world, if you end up being on the man faction, this is the world without you. You feel me? Because I'm going back to God tier. I just got to say that. You know what I'm saying? And then there's so many others like myself that are going back to God tier to rebalance the scales, man. Because it's I can feel the energy out here. It's a lot going on, especially in my city. It's sporadic. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a Mercury retrograde. I don't think so, but I don't know. I gotta check the charts. Maybe I'll check the charts and see if it's a Mercury retrograde. But it's just a lot of stuff going on crazy in my city. So I do hope everybody's good out there in their part of the world. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's also interesting that a world without man, and that this SCP is also a transfiguration SCP as well. So got you a little extra, you know what I mean? Shout it off. I wasn't gonna address you, but Jason back, man. Y'all know what's up, Jason back. You too, if we see it, we gonna call it. It's truth, baby. It's truth. And we're moving into the age of Aquarius, where it's all truth, baby. No more belief. It's you're gonna have to find truth for yourself. Your truth. Know your truth. You know what I mean? You know what? Remind me to go back and get Dr. Blair's quote. So the next video I do, I'll bring you Dr. Blair's quote when we're talking about truth. You know what I mean? So I can quote the great doctor like verbatim to give you his exact idea and his I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna do that for y'all, but we got transfiguration right here. We got a complete change. Now it means we have a complete change in form or appearance into a more beautiful or spiritual state. Alright, so a world without man. I guess this is every man has transcended the realm via aka unalived, you passed, whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, you transcend the realm, and I guess if you go to the higher realms, the higher dimensions, the higher densities, then this would be considered a transfiguration. For like, we got examples right here. We got metamorphosis and transmuting. And transmuting, that correlates with alchemy. You know what I mean? So like turning lead into gold type deal, right? And then you got the metamorphosis, which, you know what I'm saying, that's more like on the X-Men side, where you shape-shifting type of deal. But yeah, but apparently it's going to be to a more beautiful and spiritual state. All right, so then we got Latin is the etymology, the root word is transconfigurate, and that's the change of shape. All right, so again, this is Academy 7. And here we're gonna learn. It's an academy, but we're gonna learn how to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a war for your mind, so we're gonna learn how to use our minds and fight back somehow, some way, in some form or fashion. Everything doesn't have to be kinetic 3D energy using guns and sticks and stones and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If it calls for it, then handle your business. Stand on business, stand on business, stand on business, and step on your opposition. You feel me? Don't let them stop you from, you know what I'm saying, accomplishing your mission and your goals, all right, and your ambitions. Let nobody get in your way, not even you. Yourself, your higher self knows what to do. So your higher self is never going to get in your way, all right? So, and that's what we want to do here is use this term transfiguration and start making changes, y'all, in your appearance as well. If you've been wanting to do certain things to your appearance, go ahead and make these changes. You know what I mean? But make it into a more beautiful and spiritual state. So that means going and doing some research on whatever it is that you're trying to get into, whatever field that you're in, whatever your hobby, taste, likes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, you want to basically get the spiritual aspects of it. Pretty much as above, so below. Everything here is going to have some type of spiritual energy connected to it. You know what I mean? So you want to get connected to that energy. So it's just like the same thing with tattoos. You got to be careful what you get inked on your body, because that's your blood coming out as well. So and that binds everything to you, just like religion. The root word of religion is to bind. Yeah, go figure. All right, so just be careful what you're binding yourself to. Yeah. All right, so I figured, you know what I'm saying, the ancestor said, yeah, you might want to write that down, because there's some people out there that may run across this video that could use that information right there, that little insight, because they weren't quite sure. Probably heard the word before, but wasn't quite sure what it meant, like myself. I've heard it before, but I wasn't quite sure what it means. And after doing so many etymology root words, yeah, it's pretty much not safe to take any word for granted. You know what I mean? Like nice means stupid. Go look for yourself. All right. In the meantime, we do have etymology. I mean, not etymology. We got numerology. Sorry. And we're going to do this real quick. So we got 3. The number 3, we got masculine energy, Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, Pisces in the 12th house. We got positive, the excessive, creative, artistic, ambitious, positive, popular, confident, sociable, conscientious, hardworking, articulate, optimistic, musical, self-expressive, cheerful. The negatives: vain, dictatorial, wasteful, shallow, superficial, boastful, pessimistic, self-indulgent, jealous, unreliable, extravagant, and a show-off. The occupations here is artist, actor, jeweler, poet, writer, photographer, illustrator, gardener, club owner, dancer, cartoonist, entertainer, circus performer, lawyer, and government official. All right. We got some tidbits right here. Rulership over churches, temples, other houses of worship, theaters, government buildings, circuses, large institutions, children's centers, shelters, fairs, exhibition halls. And the colors that correlates with the number 3 is lilac, purple, and Mavu family. Mauve, whatever that says. And the tarot for it is the Empress. So that's goddess energy. Empress card, yeah, so that's feminine energy, goddess energy. And it's creativity, fertility, and relationship. Represents the full moon, the bringer of life, and the ruler of communication. So yeah, get your throat chakra open, that blue thing, you know what I'm talking about? Work on your chakras if you know of such a thing. If you subscribe to such a practice, it could really be mind-blowing and change your life for the better. But that's just only my opinion. You know what I mean? It's only my opinion. I've done it personally myself. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't recommend anything to anybody that I wouldn't do myself or I haven't done. Just like I won't speak on things that I don't really, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, Academy, so I hope you got what you need, because I do. And without further ado, we're gonna get to what it is that we do. We got a world without man. So let's see exactly what man this is, because it may just be a extraterrestrial in a meat suit that just need to get his ass off. Okay, so let's go. Bust.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-804. Object Class: Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Until such time as SCP-804 is found to be without any mimetic effect, it is to remain in its original location at the...
Let's stop there. Let's stop there. You know what I'm saying? Normally they say that let's start there. Let's stop there. Y'all, war for your mind. We don't have anything mimetic right now, so far. You know what I'm saying? This is the... I'm telling you, it's your superpower. Your secret weapon. Especially when you get the thing turned on and you're actually using that some gun and you ain't letting somebody else use for you.
The former site of Alaska, where exposure to the elements prevents its reactivation. A 30 by 30 camouflage tarp is to be maintained over SCP-804, and facilities for armed guards and testing are to be maintained 130 meters from its location. Trespassers are to be treated with a Class A amnesiac and returned to the nearest town or terminated at the discretion of on-site security. In the event of SCP-804 being approached or seized by hostile armed force, Contingency 804-X is to be executed. Description: SCP-804 is the remains of an art installation titled World Without Man, revealed on 2000 by the defunct artists group Unelmat Paramasta Mailmasta. Apologies for the pronunciation. I have no idea how I'm supposed to say that, but I'm sure you'll let me know. Moving on. According to the documentation retrieved and deleted from the artist's website during cleanup procedure, SCP-804 was originally...
We good. We good. On the numerology, we already, just by him just saying just that little bit, we've already cleared the cards.
A large clear globe of the Earth, with several smaller globes and video equipment within. Promotional material on the website implied that the globe was to display images of pastoral wilderness untouched by mankind, contrasted with visuals of abandoned human industry and decaying landmarks. Upon activation before a small audience of prominent environmental activists and artists from the nearby community of SCP-804 began to display its destructive properties. We can only speculate if the device's output was intentional or not, as those involved in its construction perished during the incident or have gone into hiding. While the globes within SCP-804 rotate, all man-made artifacts within approximately 100 meters begin to rapidly deteriorate until completely disintegrated. The effect applies to anything ranging from machinery to buildings, clothing, plastics, synthetic chemical compounds, and any tool more complex than a sharpened stick of wood. The area of effect grows the longer the device is active, with the effect growing even stronger at its source. Human tissue is also affected at a slower rate of decay, causing victims to become emaciated as they lose body mass, leading up to the collapse of their skeleton and death, with the body swiftly breaking down.
That sounds like that other what was that? The other SCP that we just covered. The how it was getting in their brain. I think it was the one with the brain aneurysm that they was having, and it was depleting the body from the inside. Yeah.
Down into component matter shortly thereafter. Non-human life is completely unaffected. Persons who escape the area of effect experience symptoms similar to prolonged starvation, but can return to full health with proper care. If not for the fact that it is not entirely immune to its own effect, SCP-804 would have the potential to remove all trace of humanity from the globe in a matter of weeks. Judging from the observed rate of destruction upon original activation versus its current capabilities under testing, SCP-804's capabilities have been impaired by the damage it caused to itself. However, sustained use still presents an extreme threat, especially if the device is somehow refined or repaired. Due to the circumstances in which SCP-804 was secured, it is strongly believed that the device also possesses some form of mental compulsion on those who view it. But testing is still ongoing to determine if that property has also been compromised by the decay of SCP-804 and how it might be contained. See Recovery Log for further information. Recovery Log, SCP-804. Approximately 5 minutes after activation, the effective SCP-804 reached the nearby community of citizens who were not at the art show initially, responded with panic and made several emergency calls. Due to the extreme remote location of the town, the first response was made by a small single-prop aircraft, which arrived about 30 minutes later. Although the plane entered the area of effect and was quickly lost, the pilot did relay a radio message describing the swift and complete destruction of the town's buildings. At this point, the Foundation became aware of the situation and teams of agents were sent to investigate. By the time agents were able to arrive on scene, SCP-804 had been intermittently active for nearly 8 hours, and as a result, the town and everything in a radius of was wiped clean of any trace of human civilization. Upon arrival, one plane was immediately affected. Fortunately, the crew was able to make an emergency landing before the physical structure of the plane collapsed around them. Unfortunately, their equipment and clothing was also quickly disintegrated, exposing them to the extreme cold of northern Alaska. As a result, 6 agents had to be treated for hypothermia, but all are expected to return to duty with no lasting effects. After recovering the crew of the downed plane, agents set up a perimeter and were able to observe the epicenter of SCP-804's effect. The surviving population of had crowded around the remains of the device. All subjects observed were severely emaciated and suffering from severe hypothermia. The exposure had only worsened the effect of SCP-804, and many subjects were observed with missing digits and even limbs. The survivors were approaching the device in teams of 2 to 3 to push at the single remaining globe within SCP-804's housing in order to maintain its effect. As each subject eventually succumbed and collapsed, another from the crowd of onlookers would shuffle forward to take their place. Survivors were seen to be cheering and encouraging those who were maintaining the device until their turn to push the frosted globe came up, although such manual operation was not sufficient to maintain even the radius of effect the device had achieved before damaging itself. Agents were authorized by L5 to open fire on the crowd. Although bullets experienced the same decay,
I'm like, dude, whatever happened, whenever it happened, I think it's a good thing. But at the same time, I got two different perspectives that I'm looking at this. So I'm really trying to hold on to it so I can really, get a more information so I can, make a conscientious decision.
as any other artifact, their velocity was enough to strike lethal wounds before decomposition. When the remaining globe of SCP-804 ceased to spin, the effect ended and agents were able to move in and secure the device. Survivors attempted to resist, but lacked the strength to impede Foundation agents and began to act in a disorientated manner once they were removed from SCP-804. With no adequate facilities remaining to provide shelter for them all, many survivors chose to simply lie down in the snow and die, while others attempted to provoke agents into using lethal force upon them. Those who were taken into custody refused to answer any questions and were able to refuse.
I'm just saying, y'all, I jumped the gun on that one a little bit, I'm just, because, you feel me? Like, they slick with their word, they slick with their tongue. You got to be careful about what they say, because sometimes they mean one thing and they really mean another. You mean it be totally contrary to the actual sound that came out of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? The thought and what's actually coming out of their mouth, they're not equal. So you have to be careful with who you're dealing with. And that's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I like kind of popped out real quick, like, hold up, bro, hold up. Okay, you good? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just saying, like, when it's mimetic, cause we had another SCP that was I recall that it was as if it wasn't mimetic, but it ended up being mimetic. So this whole time, this thing is really just ripping and running in people's minds. Just got them out, you know what I mean? And they ain't even really realized that. Dang, you feel me? So this, hey, y'all, you gotta pay attention, man. Details.
enough care that they did not recover from their physical decay, as exposure to the extreme elements of northern Alaska appears to adequately contain SCP-804 by freezing its remaining machinery in place. It was decided to leave the device on site and under guard, along with in the unlikely event that a hostile faction attempts to secure the device. Addendum: SCP-804 is not to be contained within any Foundation facility until it is certain that we will be able to prevent anyone from being compelled to activate or maintain the rotation of the globe. Even a few minutes of SCP-804's effect could destroy its own containment and seriously compromise any other containment nearby. Contingency 804-X.
Now up above, this some gun said that the thing was not mimetic. What that say? Come on, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I just, come on, bruh. I just said that, folk. And here I'm finna up on him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm finna up on it. Do. Like, hold up, bruh. You said that they weren't, and then you. So I was like, oh no, okay, you right. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? The word popped in my head like now. You know what I'm saying? Self was like, no, he said that. I was like, oh yeah, you right. Okay, my bad. Go ahead. But then as we still reading, I'm sitting here getting, we get right here and I'm looking like, what the, what?
Memetic Research Report.
Just saying it.
Revised July 2011 by Dr. Johannes Sorts. This is the third annual review of any supernatural memetic component to SCP-804, and we still have not produced any significant results. It's time to put the controversy on SCP-804 memetic properties to rest once and for all. Yes, SCP-804 possesses memetic properties. And yes, these properties were responsible for driving the survivors of its activation event into sacrificing themselves to maintain the device. But there is nothing especially virulent or dangerous about SCP-804's memetic properties. Only a few select personality types outlined in the attached report have any desire to reactivate the device. Most notable are the D-class sociopaths who show similar amusement when presented with a big red button that says, "Kill everything." We've been looking at this all wrong. There's no magical compulsion that could drive so many people to destroy themselves. There doesn't need to be. Everything we observed during recovery can be explained by mundane group dynamics and human nature. The device had just wiped away all trace of the work and the lives of a reclusive...
Okay, hold on. I'm holding on to that one big bar, right? But this right here, I think we need to go back. People, we all, as a collective, whether you're a human being or not, if you're on the planet, and you putting forth thought form, energy, whatever, you contributing to the universe while you're here. We all need to go back and reevaluate this human nature. And we really need to dig out not his story, but the myth story. And get, like they trying to get memetic out of here. No, bro, we trying to get all the lies out the way, so we can get this truth on display. So, you know what I'm saying? We can be on our way. That's it. That's all we want. That's all we want. We want what's ours. Move to the side. We gonna rebuild from the ashes of their world. We'll build a better one. You feel me? And yeah, human nature. There's people out here doing things that I just stop. That ain't human nature, cuz. So why are they doing stuff like that? I've never thought to want to bestiality. You know what I'm saying? These type of ordeals. It's not normal. I mean, what do you consider normal? Because these are our perspectives, right? We're talking prospectively. whatever you see may not be for me. Like I say that, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't for everybody. So what you see sometimes ain't what you get. Sometimes you don't get what you paid for. Sometimes you get what you didn't want, and you thought it was what you wanted. It's so much technology and so many spells, and it's hidden in plain sight, and it's right there in your face. But they're pinning you up against the wall in like some sort of dictatorship, right? Where you can't make a decision. It's their companies, they put it out here for you to go and get it. Where else can you get it from? And then they make all the other facets unavailable for us to provide for ourselves, because they want. Okay, I'm sorry. It's not human nature, bro. That's not normal. For, you know what I'm saying? The way it's just not. So that's why I argue this. You know what I'm saying? When people just loosely say human nature, like there's human nature, bro. It's like, bro, do you even know what a human do? Do you even know what you're supposed to do on this planet? Do you know how you're supposed to eat? Do you know how you're supposed to live? Do you know what time you're actually supposed to rest your avatar? It's people out here that does, because I've gathered the information, right? But the masses don't. So we're out of tune with nature. It's the problem. And we're trying to get in tune with ourselves, but we're so busy looking outside ourselves with all the stuff that's going on. That's why I say, y'all hear me talking to self, and I'm literally talking to my higher self. You know what I'm saying? That's the connection. That's how we're making a connection. You know? Things that you don't get taught. And this is beyond human. This is meta human. This is meta human, if you will. All right? So that's where I'm headed, and that's what I'm on. That's the energies that I'm on. That's the way that I see most things. I mean, hence that numerology. Come on, you know what I'm saying? That most people don't apply this. Most people don't even apply the math that they learned in school. Okay. I'm sorry. But see, this is the rulership of the ruler of communications. That's the number we're on. So I apologize if I, you know what I'm saying, on y'all plans. But it's
artist and activist community. The buildings crumbled into dust so fast that the people were not even injured in its collapse. And at the center of it all, a world without man turned around and around on its increasingly rickety platform, offering a deadly premise that had been presented to them as an ideal. A cure for the virus known as humanity. So, why did a group of activists throw themselves and their neighbors into the deadly workings of a machine that they thought was going to wipe all human life off Mother Earth? They simply wanted to do it. Okay, that about does it for today. Thank you all for listening, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Okay. If you made it this far, I'd appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Gratitude to you. Yeah, let's get to them perspectives, shall we? Which I've already kind of, you know what I'm saying, gave one little dissertation. But nobody knows where these people are going when they transcend. Like, this thing is making the planet rise back to, so that's the Kundalini energy rising on the planet. And there's actually a machine here that's kicking out a frequency that's helping it do it. And then it'll activate the people of the planet to get them back online, and back connected with her. You feel me? That's the issue when it comes down to the happenings on this planet. You know what I'm saying? What's going on this planet? And I'm talking about the planet, the ecosystem, the stuff, the geo. You know what I'm saying? All the planet itself, herself, Tiamat. The cutting of the trees, the pollutions in the water, you know what I'm saying? All this type of stuff, you feel me? The GMOs in the food, all this, you feel me? All that stuff, right? Bruh, what in the unnatural we got going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's got them out of sync, and this machine got them back on sync. That's what I'm thinking. That's my perspective. My opinion. That's one. It's got, you know what I'm saying, that they're off, and it's got them back on. So now they're going to get the machine active, so it can do, the Kundalini energy can rise, which is, it's rising, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's rising. Y'all, I mean, I don't know if you can feel it. If you're tapping in, then great. Keep going, keep pushing. Hang in there. I know it's rough. Because we get attacked on a personal, on a more deeper, intimate level than you know what I'm saying, what our viewers and our subscribers can actually see. It ain't just me just talking about numerology. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of principalities and wickedness in higher places that really don't like this information. It's a light. I'm giving you a light. It's up to you if you want to carry it and, you know what I'm saying, go do what we're doing now and matching up. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? How many times did you hear the word artist? Artist. You know what I mean? Government officials, we know that for a fact. What we got right here? Rulership over the churches, the institutions. So we got large institutions, the government buildings. We got the exhibition hall. Artists, cartoonists, entertainers, all that, you know what I'm saying? All this is going down. All of that right there is going down on the same line as just branches of creativity. You feel what I'm saying? Like what? Okay. So we got artists, we got an actor, we got a poet, writer, photographer, illustrator, cartoonist, entertainer, performer. Yeah, that's all art based, creativity based. You know what I'm saying? Creative energy. So, and we had that's all they were talking about with artists there. But yeah, it's definitely a rulership of communication. And it's a relationship, and it's the bringer of life. So that's why I was bringing to my question, are they transcending the realm and going to a higher dimension? Are they rising with the energy of the planet? Or are they just unaliving and they're stuck here in the 3D? Or they go to 2 or to 4? You know what I mean? Like, we just weren't getting that. The way they're making it seem like they just died. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, it sucks. It's like, bro, well, we don't really know what happened. But see, y'all got this misconception of death. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna save it for another video. I already talked about it a little bit in other videos, you know what I'm saying? Y'all might catch it somewhere when I'm just going on my thing. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all keep your head on that swivel out there. Y'all make sure y'all keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected at all times. Rulership over the communication, that's the energy that we're in. Creativity, fertility, and relationship. I mean, and we just had a full moon just passed. Bring her life, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep that green light energy going. Yeah, and express yourself. Express yourself for real. Express yourself. Be creative. Be artistic. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Creative, expressive, artistic, self-expressive, musical, optimistic. You know what I'm saying? Conscientious, positive, ambition, sociable. I'm not a people person, but when I gotta work, I call this wolf work. You know what I'm saying? When I gotta work, I gotta work. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind helping. I'm not a people person, but I don't mind helping. You know what I'm saying? Big difference. All right. So, I'm just long-winded because I know how deep things can get. I just know how deep things can get, and it's a lot of information that comes out that some people leave out purposefully, but then other people forget. So I try to go there. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I want this to be a fair exchange with y'all. I want this to be a fair exchange. If you're gonna give me your time, attention goes where energy flows, or energy goes where attention flows. Excuse me. So yeah, you might as well spin that round circle, right? So if you're gonna give me your energy, I'm giving you mine. I give you something that's worth your time. You know what I'm saying? It's worth the look to go and look these things up. It's worth the look to keep these things in your mental. It's bars that'll help you when you got psychic attacks coming, because they own your ace 24/8. Believe that. They own your ace. There's so many devices and technology around you. You know what I'm talking about? The enemy is on it. They own it. They don't sleep. They That's the reason why I said in the last video, I don't know if it was the actual last video. Get that? All warfare is based on deception. Start here. And as you see, it's not even that dang thick. Quick ass read. Sorry. Quick read. It's a quick read. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you heard of, for those that has got the book, read the book, know about it, actually studied it. Peace and salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep expanding your mind, because this is one way we do it. And they're trying to dumb everything down. So let's get back in them books, man, and let's keep her going. Let's keep the tank going, man. And remember it's a war for your mind. And they're really after your mind. If they get your mind, that's it. That's ball game. It's a wrap. So be careful about what you thinking. That's energy. Everything is energy. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to put out the wrong frequencies, thinking the wrong way. You feel me? Everything ain't meant to be let go. I'm not saying that everything, you can't just let go everything at the times that it happens, especially when it's real time when it happened. It's a little bit harder to do it at that time. But if it's something that can really be kind of like brushed, then brush it. You feel me? Other than that, that's when I say, if they make you have to come down from the green, it's got to be worth it, bro. It's got to be worth it. So y'all be good at this. Peace and love, gratitude. Let's keep putting the pressure on on Shadows back there. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. It's so much I could say about what's going on with YouTube itself, but I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. Peace.